This is Far Cry 4. So there's Far Cry 1, original from 2004. Far Cry 2 um, Far Cry 2, and Far Cry 3 that never finished. Look at this. That's some elevation. Go everywhere here. Everywhere you see like trees. But yeah, it's amazing game. So I played Far Cry Primal. No, I played this one. I played Far Cry 3. I did not do 4. I played them all, and I just never finished them until I finished Far Cry Primal. Or Far Cry. I started this one, but let's see. Left. Usually you can link them up. Um, trusty visual set. Easy type of gun. Got throwing knives, grenades, Molotovs, bait. I don't believe. Yeah, I don't know. It's been too long. I go back and look. I don't think I did tame beasts. Yeah, I'm positive I can tame beasts in this game. If I could keep one at least. But if I can't, I'll take it for now. Just stuff them all. And then talk to Teddy. This is amazing.
नमस्ते तिमीसँग चाखलाग्दो कुरा छ भन्ने आशा गरिरहेको छु
जगतीको बुढी फेरि गर्भवती भइन्।
जब तिमीसँग नयाँ कुरा हुन्छ फर्केर आऊ
Namaste.
This is Abe san. You know, learning stuff, figuring out. It's amazing.
I heard you made contact with the hunters. A friend of mine said he saw the whole thing.
So good. The infrastructure is there. Still, that's like this. I don't know, man. The houses I keep seeing being built, the quality has gone down so much. It is. We always assume here. We always assume that everything keeps improving, that we keep learning. It gets to a point where things become too unstable and knowledge that we previously had gets lost because just, I mean, God, there's so many factors, but just take math, for example. How our schools focused on math for so long. And now I'm running into kids in their late teens that don't know how to subtract at like a bagel shop. I'll give them $3 and the coffee is two something, 210 or 225. And they don't know what the change is. Everybody does things with credit cards now. Charge this, charge that. Nobody uses cash. And that simple transaction of exchanging cash for coin, that knowledge can be lost. And I never thought I'd see that. And I'm not talking about, it has nothing to do with whether you're in an affluent area or not. Maybe it does, but when this starts showing up in the affluent areas, we're in trouble. That's not like in and of itself. This is cool. Watch this. Auto drive is on. I'm not touching the controller. I'm just holding it in my hand. I'm not touching the joysticks. Anyway, so well, I imagine I can turn the HUD off. Anyway, it's just knowledge can be lost, you know. If you're just always making small improvements every day, learning something new every day. Japanese have a name for it. I don't remember what it's called. But in fact, I can look that up. It's amazing. This little device, this phone. Let's see. Continuous improvement. Kaizen. This principle emphasizes 1% improvement every day. It's about small, almost invisible changes that compound over time, as demonstrated by Toyota's success. The goal is to never stop moving forward. That's what I'm talking about. You know, this AI stuff, I mean, I use it on a daily basis. I use ChatGPT for everything. I mean, just from questions about investing to questions about health supplements, some, not recently, but some questions about prescriptions. And then, I mean, it's all at your fingertips. All at your fingertips. And I have no idea what the effect this is going to have. It's already apparently having an effect. Companies are getting rid of people in vast droves. Vast droves of people. I mean, the reason I'm just not one of those. I build infrastructure is what I do. I'm part of that chain. You know, you can virtualize any server now. I mean, I literally can just pop up a web server in a matter of minutes with IIS installed. Server 2025 they have now. So you get that, you know, like take a compiler for example. The compilers have been improving little by little, and there's people that are behind these compilers that create them. I mean, it isn't just something you whip up in a like a script. You know, what's going on here? Karma event, jeez. This is like in Far Cry Primal, you got Winja events. And you add to your tribe. And they shooting up in the air. Isn't that funny? Those bullets have to land somewhere. How that ever became a... What do you want? Well, hold on. Oh, he just wanted to pay me.
My life. Bless you.
Oh, well, you guys are playing with guns. There's a little flower down here. Little animal tried to get me. Little badger. It's got a badger skin from him. Pagan Min is the protagonist in this game. Let's see if I can see a picture of it. It's in the main menu. I don't know. Whoops. I hit the wrong button. Now I hit left stick. Click down on that and auto drive goes on. Anyway, you know, a technology, then the people behind that technology, AI. You know, I've been doing some sort of software development for many years. But back in the early 2000s, I was doing, you know, active server pages. I was doing a little bit of SQL Server. And Access, which is a database, part of the Office suite. I was brought on to a company called Cento, which they no longer exist, but at that time they did. And let's go gliding. And they wanted me to, it was invoices, and create an invoicing system. There was a manual system that they had. And it had multiple data sources. Oracle was one, I remember that one. There was like 3 different data sources, I believe. Create an application that just does invoices. So I did. um, in relatively short order. I basically automated. I didn't know this, but I was automating this guy's job that they had in North Carolina, and this guy was like some sort of sociopath, narcissist at least, but he was a nightmare, and they wanted to get rid of him, but he had gotten everybody to report to him on invoices, so he would take care of all the invoices in the spreadsheets, and so that was one of the data sources was spreadsheets too, and so I created this thing, and this program, and once I was done, I finished and then I left, right? They offered me a job, but man, the salary was so low. They just couldn't afford anything. Anybody. And I just did not want to commute down to Orem for that kind of money. I mean, it just wasn't worth it. The CEO, I had heard that the CEO believed that you should work for free. That was the weirdest thing I had ever heard of. And that would account for why the salaries were so low. I have no idea what the executives made, but when one of the executives offered me the job, I was like, I told them what I go for, and so anyway, they came back to me a year later and offered me what I wanted. People don't appreciate how much effort it takes. I really don't think they do. Help you with what?
Thank you. I'm not a mechanic.
Oh. There you go. If it was only this easy.
I might wait a while before I relax. Come here, please.
Give me money.
You saved my life. Bless you.
Oh, God. There's this guy from Bangladesh that I work with. He, when he first started on the project, I'd help him out, and he says, Alan, you saved my life. And I'm just like, dude, he kept on saying it every time I helped him. You saved my life. And I said, dude, doctors and nurses save lives. I didn't save your life. I just thought it was funny. Dramatic. How dramatic he was. But, I don't know. Fascinating little situation. But,
Please watch over us.
he's a good guy. I like him. I like working with good people. There are some bad people. And there are some good people. There are some really bad people. I mean, really bad. But they're there. They exist. You can't avoid them. And you don't know that they're bad sometimes until they're until you're there and you're like, whoa, oh my god, I did not know this person was like that. So you work with somebody you don't know. No auto drive on a boat. So but yeah, it takes effort to develop some expertise. And when I think back to that time, being kind of thrust into that whole situation, it was quite the meeting. The first meeting was pretty intense. I won't go into all the details, but it was intense. I've been in some intense meetings. Isn't that cool? Oh, it's nighttime. Uh-oh, what happened here?
You got the dial set to Radio Free Kirat. It's Rabi Rana here. Now, I want to talk about Amita. Fearless freedom fighter.
I just took this guy's car.
And all-around badass of the Golden Path. Not to mention, she looks pretty hard holding a gun. This is my opinion. This is my opinion. I'm saying it right here, right now. But here's a little fun fact about Amita. I mean, I've been doing some digging around.
This has got the little radio free Karak.
I partake in the local herb. I'll smoke one with you, but I don't deal. That's not.
But anyway, it does take a lot of effort. And when I think back, I think, could I do that again?
That'd be pretty hard if you think about it. I mean, most
Now?
humans are just fat men
You know, I don't know.
who then have minions do the dealing for them. But
I don't
she
know.
wants to be the full boss.
I,
I'm okay with that. I actually like a woman that's in control. That's kind of hot to me. And if she has her way, Kirat will
I suppose I could. I just,
corner drugstore. And
I'm not presented with the problem, so I don't work on it. It's hard to work on that type of skill without being in it, you know, presented with the problems. And you have to figure it out. Auto drive on. Auto drive in a truck. So, you know, and then, oh yeah, then I really didn't find out the magnitude of what I did until that year later when they came back and offered me a job to work, and I did it. I did the job. I did not like the IT director. Oh, damn, dude. What the hell? Anyway, oh no. I'm not doing anything. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I mean,
Those stories about the
Can I go
Kirati
ahead?
hunter peoples of the bush are just made up to
Oh,
scare
sure.
children into doing their chores.
yeah. I mean, it's just not something you can go take a class on and say, okay, now I know how to do this.
Fighters who tried to
I mean, yeah, there's the knowing how to use access skill,
how to best defend against
but how to figure that out? How to figure it out? Take data sources, multiple data sources, and put them together to create a system that processes invoices. You know, that's a something that. I mean, and then I came back a year later, did something totally different. Totally different. Power help. And I finished it. I mean, there was a lot of more people involved. It wasn't just me. I mean, I was working with the accountant on the invoicing system, yes. I sat right next to the accountant. I mean, I did a access system working for the lead scientist at what's that called? Big multi-level marketing company. Yeah, there's a whole stadium named after them. USANA. Yeah, the lead scientist at USANA. I'd have to go back and look at my resume and see what I said. But I created a system formulas. That was it, formulas. Because every pill they manufacture had a formula to it. And the system, I don't remember what I did, what the system did. But it dealt with formulas. And I worked right there with the lead scientist on this and created a system for him. And that was it. There was no job at the end of that to work for USANA. You know, but that's what I did. I was a freelancer. I don't know, just when I think back to that, those times. I don't know. I've managed to save up my retirement and pay off my house and be debt free, you know. I feel like that's an accomplishment nowadays. Now that that's a nice mechanic where you can slide down these hills. This is the same way in Far Cry Primal. Yeah, you can go hunting. There's a bow and arrow. Anyway, people think everything's free. That we'll always have these abilities. You know, not necessarily. So I don't know what effect AI is going to have on everything. I know how I use it, and as I get older, it definitely helps me and gets my mind thinking again on problems that I haven't, you know, been presented with, or let's go hunting. Yeah. There we go. I think my backpack's full. Yes, it is. Look at these day-night cycles. Now it's day, you know. It was night for a while. I have all these flags. All those flags. Wonder why.
I'm glad the Golden Path is letting people through the outpost checkpoint.
In the beginning, Banashur, god of gods, sung the world into being. The song was just sound and energy. That's true, actually. Like the ringing of a bell. Later on, when Karat experienced a great drought, the queen decreed that giant bells should be erected and rung once at morning and once again at night to initiate Banishor's song and to let us know when to pray to Banishor. There is a this has been done in experiments.
The Golden Path fighter
It has to,
say it's
it
safe to
deals with vibration. It just deals with vibration. And given the right, oh God, I can see it. I just can't remember what exactly it was. But think of a soup, like you see this soup, this water, and then this vibration sound is applied to this water, and the water starts to change. You've seen that probably with crystals and things like that forming in the water from vibrations and sound. And it was almost like it was something was being created in front of your eyes from this soup, if you will, because I don't know what else to call it. The memory I have of it, this experiment. And then the vibration would ripple. The soup would have like little ripples in it, and it would start to form something based on these frequencies. And there's this vibration. It emanates from the center of the galaxy, the black hole, and it goes throughout the galaxy. And you can almost think about it in terms of that is the initial start of creation. Of, take the gestation of a baby, for example. How does that happen? Oh, ouch. Inside of a mother's womb, you think it's it's a lot of things, but how does it actually form? There's DNA, there's the mother's materials that she brings to the table with, there's the seed, but how does that actually form together? What energy source is it that makes all that happen? I mean, not just talking humans here either. Just making sure. Whoa. Boy, went down deep. See if I can take that boat. Ah. Cave over here. Maybe not. If you go like around the rocks here, you might see one of those things you can climb up. Uh-oh. Yeah, my bag's full. I gotta find one of those guys that walks along the road or a village and unload all this stuff. Look at this little thing over here. Uh-huh. 140. It is amazing. The creation. How everything works. And my part in it. I see all these kids looting stores. Oh, that's one of the guys I need to talk to. Hello. Sell. Quick sell. Yes. Good. Okay. And refill ammo.
Many thanks.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so I see all these kids in Chicago and Los Angeles.
You don't scare me.
Oh, I shot the wrong guy there. The green guys are good. The red guys are bad.
Salam, beta Ajay.
Oh, I'm RJ.
Feel electric. Long live the golden path.
Yeah, it's gonna kill more people. But yeah, they're just looting these stores. Looting it. And there's an actual belief in the elected class that it's like reparations. Oops, I killed that guy. Oops. Oh well. Ah ha ha. Can't make many friends killing people, that's for sure. There's like reputation points. Anyway. Kill that little chicken. There's a lot of craziness. Anyway, just you know, think about how much effort it took to create those businesses. Go around them. Oh, this is at the... Yeah, okay. Slowing back. Yeah. How much effort it took to build those businesses, you know? From a Walgreens to a shop that has purses in it to all that effort, and they just tear it down. They're tearing it all down. They don't have any other way in their minds to think. Just steal. Take. We're going to take this from you. Defund the police? So that leaves everybody unprotected? There's something really, really evil happening. It's not at my doorstep right now, but it will be someday. I don't know when or in what circumstance, but it's going downhill fast. Oh, look at these guys. Look at these. Huh. Amazing. I don't know. I think I'm headed back to